welcome back to Arma 2 DayZ Mod Namalsk. So, in the previous episode, we travelled across that bridge over here onto this island, which is kind of the dangerous island, so we're going to have to be really careful now moving forward. But after checking the map and checking my memory somewhat, I remember there being kind of like a static heli crash site thing up here. Now, I don't know if they even spawn loot in this version, but I thought I'd head up there first and just see what's going on. Now, if you remember from the last episode, I literally just have 10 shots in this DMR, so I'm going to have to use these very sparingly once I get up towards Object AII, which is the goal of this episode, is to head up in that direction and see what we can find. Now, the heli crash, I believe, was around here somewhere, but I might just be completely misremembering. I could have sworn there was one. In one of the later versions of Namalsk, oh yeah, I can see it up ahead. In the later versions, these were the only heli crashes on the map. Although, I don't know if there are other heli crashes in this version. So, we'll have to go and see. But either way, these zombies don't seem too bothered. Oh, there's an ammo box here. That's insane. Well, I guess our ammo issue isn't going to be an issue anymore. I'm going to take plenty of these with me. And there's a bit of morphine there as well, which I'll take. So it's nice to know these actually spawn gear. Ooh. Oh god, I don't like that. I don't like how that moved me then. That was very scary. Yeah, it's good to know these spawn loot. Oh jeez. Ow. Zombies attacking. I have to deal with these quickly. I don't know if these are the only heli crash locations, like I said, but that's something we're going to explore in this series and see what we can find. But ultimately, the end game goal of this is to find some winter clothing and potentially a DMR. No, not a DMR, sorry. A railgun, a Gauss rifle. That would be really cool if we can get our hands on one of those. And hopefully, with a bit of luck, fix up a helicopter. So then we can smoothly transition onto the next island or the next map or whatever we'd like to explore next. Looks like there's a boat down there. Yeah, you can see it just there. Oh wow, I'm getting really shaky already. You can see there's a PBX just beneath the bridge. I think that's a classic spawn point. So that's something to consider. If I can't get a helicopter, then that would be good. I've moved up onto the Object AII compound here, and I've taken a heat pack, so I should be good for a short while without shaking. The thing that is worrying is that I haven't seen anybody yet, and there are consistent bandit spawns here, or at least, oh yeah, I can see one right there guarding the compound. He's a guy in a winter clothes. Oh, I think I can get a shot on him. Oh dear. Okay, that was a headshot. Pretty sure that was a headshot. Okay, that's 2 shots in him, so he should be definitely dead. I don't think I can take that winter clothing off of him. I think that's something you kind of have to find it yourself, if I remember correctly. It's like ghillie suits, you know, in regular DayZ. I kind of want to go and check his loot. However, before I do that, when I come here, I tend to just keep an eye out and head into this building here, onto the roof, if I can, just because it's just so much safer. There's some building repairs, there's some vehicle repairs here. That's good to know. I don't know if there's any vehicles that spawn around here, but it would be good to get one fixed up at some point. Oh, okay. Let's go on the roof and see if we can see that guy's corpse and just clear it out. Just make sure there's nobody else in the area. don't think I can get a shot on it from here. Oh wow, look at those zombies there. They're like the armored zombies. Well, they're the ones that only spawn down in the bunker, I think. Damn, okay. Well, I'm going to head back down and go and see if I can get some gear off that guy's body. I don't think he had too much stuff. It looked like he had a shotgun. But a shotgun might be useful for clearing out the zombies down in the bunker. So I'm going to go and see if I can grab that. And it looked like he had a fairly big backpack as well, which would be useful. Okay, so I've got that guy's shotgun and his backpack. And I'm going to head down into the bunker now. I'm hoping all the zombies have cleared out of it. But I do have his shotgun, so I can deal with them if push comes to shove. I also picked up off his corpse a broken GPS. I'll show that to you now. I don't know how you can fix it, but it looks like it was damaged by the EMP, it says, so maybe there's some way of repairing that. I really don't know. I don't remember. Okay, what have we got down here then? So some 5.56 ammo there. Some basic stuff. There's a G17 around this side. I think these shotgun shells might be useful. Yeah, I'll just drink and take these. Okay, down we go. What we got here? Just some basic gear. Now there is a chance that I was about to say the air rifle, not the air rifle, the Gauss rifle spawns down here, but it's an incredibly low chance, like really, really, really low chance. So this is probably somewhere we're going to have to visit multiple times during this to see if we can get it. I know some people have been playing on the server already. I don't know if they've already found the Gauss rifle. There could be people out there with them already. Who knows? I don't know. But all I know is it's rare and it's powerful. So would be nice to find it as like an end game to this, but we shall see. There's the classic meme. A throwback to 2012 and the humor of the time. Good days, good times. Okay, here we are down here. This is usually where the Gauss rifle spawns, but I've always found it like down here, I think, or along here, so I think we might be fresh out of luck, unfortunately. However, aha! Nice. Well, our trip wasn't completely in vain. Well, that's going to make things a lot better. There we go. I'll change into that and take my meat back. Look at that. That's so cool. The warm clothing always looks like awesome. I really like how it looks. But that's incredibly lucky that we found that so early on. I actually don't need these heat packs now, so I can free up some room in my inventory. Although I may hang on to a couple of them, just so I can give them to anyone. If I come across anyone on my travels, I can always help them out, or I can leave a supply stash. That's one of the goals that I wanted to try and achieve as well while I'm playing Namalsk, is that I wanted to set up like a little camp like I did on Skalisti. And so new spawns can come along and like get some heat packs before they head into the mountains. But for now, I think we're good to head back up. I didn't need this shotgun after all, which is lucky because there was nothing down there, which means maybe somebody's been down here already and cleaned it out today. Although I don't know. I'm still going to just be careful heading out of here, because This area is heavily contested. Let's just make a move. I think those armored zombies have made their way like over that way, so I think we're good from those. I know there's a barracks complex over here, so I'm going to loot this quickly. See if I can find a better close range weapon. Because next up, I'm going to head up on top of the mountain. Maybe when it stopped raining. And see what we can find up there. Oh, there's an M14. I love the M14. I'm just going to take out these zombies while I've got these shotgun rounds. I might take the M14. I know it takes the same rounds as the DMR, but oh, I do love that gun. I could easily take the AK, but I think the M14 is just better all round, to be honest. And we can get rid of those slugs as well. Those pellets. We don't need those. Okay, so I've essentially got 2 DMRs now, but that's no bad thing. Okay, right. I'm gonna slowly make my way out of this compound, and I'm gonna get up on top of the hill. So here we are at the army base, up on the top of the mountain, which is probably the best location for equipment in the game. Aside from, like, obviously Object AII is fairly good, but the volume of barracks buildings and everything up here is more than anywhere else on the map, I think. It seems to always be, from what I've seen, the best location. And there's also one of those static heli crashes over to the left as well. I'm just trying to think of the best way of doing this. I don't really have a silence weapon. Oh, there's a guy just checking the barracks. And there's a woman over there as well. I think they're checking out behind that building. I'm gonna sneak up on these guys and take them down, because they are hostile AI bandits. If you're new to the series, most of these servers that I play on, they're populated by hostile bandit AI. Okay, this isn't good. I'm gonna get back down here just because I don't really like the lack of cover here, and the sheer volume of zombies is worrying. I could probably take that guy out. Okay, I don't think he's dead, but I think he's knocked out. We'll see in a minute when he gets up and shoots me. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to run around the edge of the compound. It's quite useful up here because you can just skirt around the edge of here quite easily. Although these zombies seem to be one step ahead of me. I don't know where the woman went, which is concerning, because she was over here as well, and I didn't actually see what gun she had. I know he had an AK. Yeah, he's dead, and he had an AKM, but I didn't see what gun she had. Okay, well, the heart attack moment's over. I can hopefully deal with these zombies now. Whew. She had an AKM as well, which is useful, although I am not going to take that. There seems to be a lot of AKMs in here. Like I was saying, this is a fairly consistent spot for loot. You can get pretty much anything up here if you look hard enough. Just going to shoot these zombies, hopefully clear them out, although I think this army base is so big, I don't think it's entirely possible to clear all the zombies out because there are just so many of them. Ooh. So, long story short, I barely made it out of the army base alive. The zombies really ripped it out of me, and my blood, as you can see down there, is so low. And it would be incredibly foolish for me to stay up there any longer. Oh dear. And so, because of that, I'm going to come down here. I'm going to try and put together a campfire. I don't know if I can harvest wood here. I think I might need to get into the trees more. I'm going to head over to this wooded area here, and hopefully I can cook up that pig that I killed in the last episode and get some blood back. But I am not going near that army base again for a while. At least until I'm better prepared. Because that was very foolish, and I almost died. So I managed to cook some meat and restore some blood, but after just chatting with Bobby Williams again in side chat, he's got a helicopter and he's gonna come and pick me up. I'm gonna get some blood, and I think we're gonna exchange blood bags again. We seem to be doing that quite a bit, and according to him, finding meat is really rare on this. So yeah, I've kind of given up hope of finding that. So I'm just going to head down to the meeting point, which is just down on the road here. And maybe he can give me a heli lift as well to somewhere else on the map. We shall see. There he is. There's a lot of zombies. Hello. So, Bobby Williams and I healed each other, and he's heading off in his helicopter now. And I was just chatting with him, and he's been searching for the Gauss rifle. I think he's only looked for it once or twice, and has only found ammo. So yeah, it's incredibly rare, but that just makes the hunt all the more exciting, I suppose. But I am just now grabbing some loot from this tower. I just needed some painkillers and stuff, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try and fix up my motorcycle. I can't remember where I left it. I think I left it around here. Or it might be over at the airfield, I think. So I might do that and see if I can get that up and running, because I want to do a trip up to the city, Vorkuta, and see what's going on up there. So bear with me while I hike across the map to go and get my motorcycle and try and not get hit by these zombies, because after chatting with Bobby Williams, I've realized just how hard it is to get healed on Namalsk. He says that animals are incredibly rare to find, and because there's only a handful of us who are playing this at any given time, there's only so many people who can blood bag you. So it seemed that he'd been running on low blood for a few days, so I think he was happy to get a heal. But yes, I'm going to run up to the airfield and we'll see if my motorcycle is still around. So I've kind of got myself in a bit of a predicament here. I'm at the old chemical factory looking for a jerry can, which I've just spotted in this garage here. Oh, there's another one here. That's useful. But there are so many zombies. Oh god. And they don't seem to slow down in here, so I'm going to have to find a good choke point to take them all down. Oh man, there's so many. I might need to get up on top of that scaffolding and shoot down at them. seems like the best way. Or up on here. I don't know if they can run up here. No, it doesn't seem so. Just gonna fire off a few shots with the M14 just to make sure like all of them in the area are on their way. And we can try and take them down. There's a lot of them though. I think that's all the zombies dead. There's so many. I don't know if there's anything I can take off of these. There's a heat pack there. But I don't need that anymore. Okay, I think I'm good to go and get this jerry can. That was a lot of zombies to have to deal with. It is ruthless on Namalsk, and they hit really hard too. Like really, really hard. And can one hit knock you out if you're not careful. They're really not something to mess around with. But I've got some jerry cans now. And thankfully, my motorcycle is still outside of this compound. So that's... Oh god. Oh Jesus. I've got a bit of a phobia of zombies since what happened on the mountain. Okay. There's the motorbike filled up with a bit of fuel for now. I'm just going to get out of here and find somewhere better to fill it up properly. But that's good. I also managed to find some decent vehicle repairs, so maybe I can upgrade from the motorbike. But for now, I'm more than happy taking this. It is my favourite motorbike after all. And it's the same one that I had in the previous episode, so it's good to be reunited with it. So I've made it to Vorkuta, which is the main city on Namalsk. And I'm hoping to find a tent, because then I can set up that survivor camp that I was talking about. But I'm pretty sure I just saw somebody run across the road, so I'm not alone here. Oh yeah, there's the guy down there. I think he's desyncing. It's so weird my shots aren't hitting. That was really bizarre. But he's dead at least. But, oh god. I've attracted a lot of zombie attention, and this is really not good. I'm gonna have to find a way to drop some stuff off at my bike without getting my ass handed to me. So I decided to throw a wheel on this bus here, and as we all know, the wheels on the bus go round and round. So I'm going to take this for now because I can store more gear in it and sort of have it as like my mobile base for the time being as I travel around Namalsk. But I'm just going to get out of the city because I've got everything I need for now. So, I didn't manage to find a camping tent, but I found this little spot up on the hill here, near this eerily placed gravestone. And there's a little building here, and as far as I can tell, no zombies spawn, which is nice. And so I set up a little camp, and I couldn't find a camping tent, but I found this bus, the one in the city, and I fixed it up and brought it over here. And that is kind of like the replacement for the camping tent. And so if you're ever in the area and you need some supplies, there's plenty of gear in here. You've got some heat packs, some ghillie suits, some fuel, stuff like that. And so there's plenty of supplies, and there's even like a little deer stand you can go up on, which is pretty cool, and you can like look down on the city. Like, that's mad. Check it out. So yeah, this is the little survivor camp, so come and help yourself.